Today we're going to learn how to find the area of an irregular figure. So far we've found the area of rectangles and squares, and those have been pretty easy for us. When we look at this figure, it's a little bit different. We notice that we have a bunch of different sides to this figure. This side is 5 centimeters. This side over here is 10 centimeters. This side is 8 centimeters. This side is 2 centimeters. Well, we don't even know what this side is here. So this makes it a little bit more challenging for us to use the formula for area, which is length times width, because we're not exactly sure which numbers we're going to use. So here's a trick that you can use for finding the area of an irregular figure. What we're going to do is we're going to take this irregular figure and we're going to break it down into 2 smaller shapes. We're going to find the area of each of those shapes, add those areas together, and then that will give us the area of this entire shape. So we'll start here. We're going to draw a line right here. And now we have 2 shapes. We have this rectangle up here and we have this rectangle down here. So we're going to try to find the area of these shapes. Now, if we look at this rectangle here on the top, we know for certain that this side here is 10 centimeters. We know that this side is also 10 centimeters. Well, I look over here and I see this one says 5 centimeters and this one here says 8 centimeters. Let's remember that this is 5 centimeters from here to here. This is 8 centimeters from here to here. But we just cut this little piece off, so this section here isn't really 8 centimeters anymore. So we're going to use these 2 numbers, 10 and 5, to multiply and use our formula for area, which is length times width, to find the area of this top rectangle. When we multiply length times width, we multiply 5 times 10, and we get 50. So the area of this rectangle is 50 square centimeters. So that's the area of this one. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? Now let's look at this one down here. We've got 2 centimeters from here to here, but we don't have the lengths of these sides here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go for reasonable. We're going to have to think about what makes sense, math sense, to try to determine the length from here to here. So let's think about what we do know. We do know that from here to here is 8 centimeters, okay? We also know that from here to here is 5 centimeters, which would mean on this rectangle, from here to here would also be 5 centimeters. So if this is 5 centimeters from here to here, and then from here all the way down to here is 8 centimeters, we can use that data or that information to determine how big this smaller side is. Once again, if this is 5 and the entire thing is 8, we're thinking, going for reasonable, we're thinking 5 plus this would be 8. So this would have to be 3. So this would be 3 centimeters here. So if this side is 3 centimeters, we'd know that this side also would be 3 centimeters. This side is 2 centimeters. And to find the area, we would say length times width. So we'd say 3 times 2, which would be 6. And that would be 6 square centimeters. And what we need to do for this particular problem is we need to add our area for a rectangle and add our area for this rectangle. And when we add 50 plus 6, we get 56. So the area for this irregular figure would be 56 square centimeters. So that's how to do it. You just use what you know. You do know how to find the area of those smaller shapes. Use those smaller shapes to determine the area of your irregular figure.